Today we are going to tell you the real and turbulent story of the famous Punjabi folk singer who is known as Elvis Presley of Punjab. Born as Dhani Ram into a poor Dalit family on July 1st, 1960 in the village of Dugri, Ludhiana, this small boy was destined to become a star. The boy had a natural talent for music that was to make him famous and become his nemesis as well. Struggling through poverty, Dhani Ram took up a job at a cloth mill at the age of 18. It was during the breaks at the mill that he would write songs, a pastime that would soon evolve into his life's passion. Soon Dhani Ram was married to Gurmail Kaur, with whom he eventually had 4 children, but due to poverty only 2 could survive. He joined local drama groups in his spare time where he played dholak and harmonium as a part of the group. It's here that he met a famous folk artist, Surinder Shinda, who became his mentor. Recognizing his potential, Shinda allowed him to write songs and perform in his chorus. Dhani Ram's lyrical prowess played a significant role in Shinda's growing fame. But despite his contributions to Shinda's success, Dhani Ram found himself getting a paltry sum of ₹100 a month, which couldn't support his growing family. Fueled by a desire of his own identity and recognition, he decided to strike out on his own. Adopting the stage name Amar Singh Chamkila, he embarked on a solo career in the competitive world of Punjabi folk music. His breakthrough came when he seized the opportunity to collaborate with Surinder Sonia, Shinda's singing partner, on an album in 1979. The album, infused with Chamkila's distinctive style and evocative lyrics, took the rural Punjabi music scene by storm. But Chamkila found himself overshadowed by Sonia, who, as more established figure in their partnership, commanded a higher share of the earnings. Dissatisfied with the unequal treatment, Chamkila decided to pursue his solo career. He eventually found a musical soulmate in Amarjot Kaur. Their chemistry was undeniable. Their partnership, both on and off stage, defied societal norms and challenged conventional wisdom as they belonged to 2 different social classes. Amarjot was a Jat woman from an upper caste background and Chamkila was a Dalit. This was about to bring troubles in Chamkila's life. Chamkila's vocals and Amarjot's melodic harmonies captivated audiences wherever they went, and they soon became the stuff of legend. But the fame got trouble with it. Chamkila's provocative lyrics and unabashed exploration of taboo subjects such as sexuality, social inequality, and the harsh realities of rural life earned him haters along with admirers. This was the time when insurgency and violence was taking over Punjab's political landscape. The rise of militant separatist movements and the spectre of Khalistani terrorism posed a direct threat to Chamkila, whose provocative lyrics and outspoken views made him a target of the terrorists. They wanted him to stop, but Chamkila refused to stop. His defiance of terrorist diktats was to cost him. His life was cut short on March 8, 1988, when he and Amarjot, along with 2 accompanists, were gunned down by unknown assailants while on the way to a live performance in Mehsampur near Jalandhar. The brutal nature of their deaths sent shockwaves throughout the music industry and beyond, leaving behind a legacy that endures to this day. And now his story has been captured on the celluloid by the famous director Imtiaz Ali in a film on him called Chamkila, where Diljit Dosanjh has played his character and Parineeti Chopra has played Amarjot's. Let us know what do you think of Chamkila's story in the comments below. This is Leena signing off for now.